Hello YouTube, this is Darkon603, and today I'm bringing a review of the Transformers Generations Evolution Bumblebee 2-pack, which pretty much contains Age of Extinction Deluxe Bumblebee, the 2014 version Camaro concept, and the Legends Bumblebee. It's just pretty much a pack, and I think there might be a little repaint. I'm not sure since I don't own the original, and it comes with, for some reason, Jolt's weapon painted in yellow. So, and then obviously it comes with 2 Shuriken for Bumblebee. So it's a pretty neat pack, and currently is the only way to get a hold of the version 2 Camaro, and since you're pretty much getting a extra figure with it, it's not too bad. As you can see here on the box, it is a Toysrus exclusive. It says Age of Extinction Bumblebee Evolution 2-pack, so it's dual evolution and all that with the Hasbro logo there. It's got this nice G1 style logo, and for some reason they put the original design Bumblebee there on the box. I don't know why. You got the Transformers logo there. Nice Transformers on the side there. A pretty interesting design look of G1 Bumblebee, even though neither of them are G1 toy per se. Then on the back, it just pretty much shows you what it can do. This one has 10 steps of transformation. This one has 18. Classic figure, which once again, not really, since it is just the Legends released in the 2-pack original toy. And it says Transformers Age of Extinction figure as well. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it for the box. Now, looking at the figures themselves, we'll take a quick look at the easier of the two. Legends Bumblebee first. Now, the Legends Bumblebee, for those who don't know, it's just pretty much just a small Legends class size of... It's like a mixture of several Bumblebees, the Movieverse, the Fall Cybertron, War for Cybertron design, and slightly G1, I guess. So it's some weird hybrid design. Now, I don't really like this figure too much. I'm pretty sure the single pack one is a little better since I've seen a few videos and everything of it, and it's not as bad. But mine seems to have a little bit of a QC issue where I'm just going to show it quickly before it pops up later. The ball joints all around, so the arms are really tight, causes it to pop off. This ball joint pops up on the shoulders as well. And it's really annoying to transform in time, so I just wanted to show that off first quickly before we go on to the transformation. Articulation-wise, his head cannot turn, no waist joint. His arms obviously has shown its own ball joints, so it's got 180 degrees, and as you can see, like I said, it's really tight, so it likes to pop off a lot, so there isn't too much you can do with that joint without the entire arm just popping off again. It's a real pain of a figure because of that. You can also obviously move the other arm and so on. It's really tight, and I don't want to move this because it's going to pop off again. Its legs are on ball joints, so it allows for movement there. It's got a knee joint, but it only goes about that far, so not much, and the feet can kind of pivot up due to transformation, but that's pretty much it. There isn't much to expect for a Legends toy, but I wish the QC issues weren't so bad on this. Obviously, it comes with Jolt's gun, which wasn't included in the original release, but you could just plug it in, hand it if you wish. It is a bit oversized as it is made for a deluxe toy originally. And it's got an ability where you got... Since this is Dark of the Moon Jolt's weapon, it's got a... What's it called? Mech Tech, I think it was called. So it becomes this cannon thing. And sometimes it jams as well. So it's nothing too spectacular, but it's cool, I guess, that it's included. Now, to transform this figure, all you need to do is unpeg it from the back there, so it looks like that. Next, you're going to do is pull out the hands out like this. And make sure that you leave them flat, so that the hands actually transform inside the arms. So it looks like that. So you almost got it fully done. All you need to do is make sure that you align these together. Push this down, both sides, and just peg them together. So there you have the front of the car. Push up this entire chest component out of there, the body there, and it just slides in like that. Then you just plug them over sides there, and make sure that you got these little pegs going, these pegs here go inside there, so and align everything together. Then you have the Legends Bumblebee figure in its vehicle mode. Now, as stated earlier, it is a weird hybrid from G1, Fall Cybertron, and other designs, since this car mode is clearly not a Fall Cybertron, Warp Cybertron design. Some weird, some G1 kind of buggy kind of thing. I don't really know what to call this. But it rolls okay. It's got plastic wheels, and another QC issue of mine is that this is the wheel, yeah. It doesn't like to turn, even when you try to pull it out of it. It still doesn't turn very well, and I don't know why it causes that. If I remember correctly, this was not actually on the original molds. There's a peg on the top there. You could just peg on the gun like this, and if it is, I'm sorry for not knowing that. But anyways, you pretty much got like that. So you got this weird giant cannon on a car, so nothing too much for this Bumblebee. So now that we got that covered, we'll just take it off to the side. And this is the reason why you would actually buy it. Now, be wary, since I actually had to get a replacement on this one, because the first one had a problem where this piece here just broke off completely, and I don't know what caused that. But overall, I still think this is a really slick Bumblebee design. It's also got this cool, camera's kind of picking it up. It's got this cool, like, light piping in his body and slightly his head too, so it's got a light. It's almost like a blue shine through it, so that looks pretty cool. Its two main weapons is these shurikens, which you can plug onto his arms if you wished. We're just going to show it off quickly. So it's got the shuriken weapons. I don't remember too much if they used these in the movie as an attack. He might have used it in one scene, I'm not sure. But it's mostly just on his body. And it's unfortunate it doesn't come with his actual gun that he used in the movie, so it's kind of a pity. But it does have a really nice feature, which I'll show off now after you can plug these on the back here. So just quickly on the back. So this feature I'm about to show off here kind of, I guess, makes up for the fact he doesn't come with the regular gun, I guess. Just like the deluxe Battle Blades Bumblebee and the Human Alliance one released during Revenge of the Fallen, he's got a battle mask where you could just take this little piece up here, slide it down, and then it covers up his face. There you have Bumblebee with this battle mask, so that looks pretty cool. And the best part of the figure I really love a lot is that he's actually got an arm cannon that's cleverly hidden. So like that. So it's got a really nice arm cannon there, and the hand's pretty well hidden, and it actually makes it so that you don't see hand at all on this side, although you can see it on this side, but that's not even really look into it, but it still looks really cool. Since it's in this mode, I might as well show the articulation now. His arms are on ball joints. Well, not ball joints, it's got these swivels, so you can actually turn it, but the shoulder pieces get in the way, so it only goes about that far front and back. It's got a single ratchet joint in his elbow. Can swivel up on the elbow as well. No wrist articulation, but his head is on a ball joint, so it allows full movement. So it's rather tight. So when it goes around that far, and such, no waist articulation since he doesn't have anything there. His legs are on ratchet joints, so you can move in and out, and also front and back. It's got a knee joint that only goes about that far, so I don't know what's with these Bumblebees only having very limited knee articulation. Both that and that figure has the same problem. His legs are on ratchets, so how's it there? Movement. And his feet can also pivot. But that's pretty much it, all you're going to get for articulation. I guess you can kind of say he's got a shoulder joint there. And technically he's got a double shoulder joint where it's got to move there and another one out there. So it's somewhat a double shoulder joint. Just to show a comparison, I'm going to bring the other Bumblebee off screen. And now to show a comparison, as you can see in this mode, he got kind of shorter than his original design. If you kind of transform this guy a little bit differently, you can kind of make him just a tad bit shorter. But overall, I think this Bumblebee actually got shorter when he became his new design. I actually like both designs, and for the different various reasons. I like the fact that this one actually can have what's it called, transforming gun and all that. Unfortunately, this one still had the problem I mentioned in my other video that he's got his gun stuck out, so that's why I kind of like this one better in some senses. But either way, it's still a really nice design for the both of them. Now, to go into transformation on this guy, you can keep it in battle mode. I guess I'll just leave it like that. But what you're going to do is open up his chest, and you're going to pull out this piece inside there, which becomes the bumper of the Camaro. Next, what you're going to do is, obviously, you're going to have to remove the shurikens off the back here. Next, go to the back and pull out these leg pieces here. This looks like that. Pull out these yellow bits on the side, on the back of his heels. And you're gonna kind of wedge them around like this. So you're kind of bending and using the joints there, wedging it inside the part there. So it looks like that. And I'll show you another angle here. Do the same for the other side. Just gonna wedge it in. So it looks like that, both sides. Then you're gonna turn this entire component around so that the wheels face down. So now you got it looking like that. Turn the back piece around, so now you got the back of the car here. Take this entire component here and make sure that you bend it down first. So it looks like that, and you bend it down all the way. Lay it flat above here, and it just pegs in back here. So there's these little clear holes there where you peg in the back piece into it. So I'm just going to show that off here. Just quickly. That. Come on. Sometimes it can get a bit tricky if you don't have things aligned properly. There you go. But overall, it's not too complicated. Next, what you're going to do is turn the shoulder pieces. And you're going to push these forward. Comes the side of the car. Make sure that this piece here lays flat. And you're just going to peg these little pegs into the sides there, and another peg here. Both sides are going to peg into a hole inside there. So once you get that done, you have the components pegged in almost. Then the windows, as you can see here, was like that before. You push it up and it pegs into the little holes there. And once you get all that done, you'll have Bumblebee in his vehicle mode. Now this Bumblebee, I really like the design of this version of the Camaro. It's got a very nice slick design overall, but also it's got the same usual aspects that you see in the previous movie Bumblebee. So it's got a really nice design all throughout the figure. It's even got it's really small, but it's got a white, what's it called, Chevrolet, or whatever the car was, I think a Chevrolet design there. And unfortunately it doesn't have any license plates so on either side, so it's kind of unfortunate they just left that area blank. Overall, it's still a really nice design. It rolls pretty well. All four wheels actually turn, which is good. And his rims are really nice designed. Well, the hubcap should say it's designed, but no paint there, so you kind of just need to look in to see it. So as you can see, it's got a very nice sound overall and a really cool shine on it. I'm going to show a little comparison with the older Camaro. And here he is next to his original counterpart. As you can see, it's a very big difference between the old muscle car design that he used at the beginning, and when he had to try to go into incognito mode, versus this, which is pretty much, in a sense, the typical kind of Bumblebee we've seen in the last few movies, although it's got a really nice, slick touch on its own. So now we're going to go back to transformation, back to road. Okay, to transform Bumblebee back into road mode, basically what you need to do is unpeg everything from the body here. So let's just free all the components. So it looks like that. Then here's where it gets kind of tricky. Because of how it's pegged into the front, you're gonna need to move it just a bit around in order to unpeg this entire component there. It can get actually kind of stuck if you're not careful. So you just push these pieces down. Sorry, I didn't get on the camera the first time. So just push these pieces down to get them freed. And now what you're going to do next is to make sure, we'll do this first to get it out of the way. You're just going to push up this entire component there. So now it collapses and becomes the back component. You push out this little yellow bits here so you can allow movement out. Push it outside, so you're going to have to push this out like that. Same on the other side. Collapse these pieces here, both sides. Turn the legs around. And on the back, what you're going to do is turn these pieces and just collapse them in like that. So do the same for the other side. Make sure that you turn this piece here, and then it allows you to collapse it. So now you got the full legs pretty much done. Pull down the shoulders. Push down the shoulder pieces here and turn them. Now what you're going to do is open up his chest and push in this component while pushing it inwards. So it looks like that, and then you push it in all the way. Close it. There you have Bumblebee back in his robot mode. Now, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is that I don't know where these go in vehicle mode. I don't see any way to really put it except for maybe put it in the hands on vehicle mode, but problem is you got these two big shurikens sticking out from underneath the vehicle, so it just looks kind of odd. And another major problem here is that it's got this huge kibble backpack, but at least in some of the earlier photos this thing was pushed down, so it was mistransformed, so at least you can collapse it upward, but it's still kind of a pain seeing that big backpack component, but what can you do? Overall, this is a really nice set, and as mentioned earlier, it's currently the only way to get this version of the Bumblebee until the single pack release version will be, I guess, roaming into stores in about a couple of months from now or so. But overall, this is a really nice 2-pack. I got this for around almost 17 bucks with the taxes and all that, because it's around 16 something in the store, since it is a 2-pack and a Toysrus exclusive. So if you happen to find this in Toysrus, I say he's a definite worthwhile pickup. Just be wary about the shoulder bit, since this thing can be a problem. Anyways, please kindly subscribe, check out Toko News, Hirotaku, Rajio, Nihon, and the channels down below, and I'll see you YouTube. Bye.